And we're underway here. Game day 2, World Cup qualifier here in Tallinn. Estonia against Israel, both the unbeaten teams in the group. Nice backdoor cut. Strong move straight away by Ginat. Yeah, makes the move. Foul's going to be called on Venna. Yeah, it's the first to go. Didn't miss a free throw in the first game. Simsander Venna. Sorry, Madar. Lama at the top. Look for the backdoor pass, but Cohen is there ready to steal it away. Floats inside. The shot's no good from Menko. Estonia will come the other way. Clearly, they want to play at a pace. They've started the game at a tempo. Gulama now into the pass inside. Instead of taking an awkward-looking jumper, can they hold on to the rebound? Yes, they can, but he's out of bounds when he tries to claim the second ball. Couldn't quite keep his feet in, Martin Dorbak. And coach Toijala had a 13-year pro career playing in Finland. Spent 9 years as an assistant coach within the Finnish national team before making the move across in 2019 to become the head coach of Estonia. Some kind of issue on the table at the moment. Looks like it's been resolved and we're ready to go. Mekel now hands it off. Israel relying on some handoffs early on. Mekel now feeds it in low. Cohen comes back out to Menko. Menko drives inside and the lane just opens up for him. Didn't go to his left hand though. Kind of forced an awkward right hand shovel shot. That didn't pay off. Israel still lead by a single point. But the only point of the game is what they lead by. Lama puts it down now to Venna. Venna comes up short. Mekel brings down the rebound. Oh, nice little move. Much appreciated by Coach Goods. Ginat the score. 2 minutes gone and Estonia still to trouble the scorekeeper right now. Inside, strong move, nothing there. Stolen away and straight away, Homer Ginat is really applying himself onto the game, imposing him and making an effort. Baseline cut, strong move, can't get it to go. Foul's going to be called on Martin Dorbak, and once again, Ginat, nice quick spin move along the baseline, quick footwork, just opened the space. Here's the little step through on the last move. Beautiful soft touch with the right hand to get that one to roll. And Israel, although only lead by 3, you feel they're more comfortable already in the flow of the game. Estonia yet to find any flow offensively in particular, and defensively they don't seem to be locked down at the moment. Hits the second after missing the first, Ginat. He has all 4 of Israel's points so far. Madar chasing down Estonia hard. They're putting pressure on them. Gulama now moves it across and gets it back. Catch and shoot in the corner. That one's short. Great rebound, though, by Norge. Back to Kulama. Kulama, no joy, though. And Estonia still to break the seal on that basket. And almost 3 minutes played. Mekkel now dives inside. Takes a tough shot off the glass. Puts it up for a rebounding battle. Kulama comes away with the rebound, though. And let's see this time, can Estonia get the score? Zaya now comes back out. At the moment, Estonia's offense just doesn't look to be in sync. Oh, there's the lob pass, but the foul's been called. Kulama through the lob. Norge looked to hit the floor pretty hard. He left a little bit of skin on the hardwood. Cohen called for the foul. Need to clean the sweat off the floor. But the officials are happy. Israel sitting in a 2-3 zone. See if Estonia can shoot the ball well. Shot exceptionally well in the first game, nearly 58% from outside. They went 11 from 19. Shot goes up. Kulama no good. Another rebound for Israel. This time it's Ginat getting the rebound again. Cohen now comes back out to Menko. Good ball movement here by Israel. Real slick teamwork. Ginat again, no joy. Kulama. Down to Norge. Norge got the isolation, should go straight to the bucket. Does so and gets the first score of the game for Estonia. It's taken nearly 4 minutes. The only thing that's played to their advantage is that Israel have only been able to score 4 points themselves. Very, very low scoring game here in Tallinn. Shot goes up, and that's a great jump shot. Wonderful form from Menko. Dorback drives the baseline, hands it off, and Norge again with the score. Maybe the game's just slightly started to warm up now. Both teams maybe finding their form offensively after what was a pretty slow start for both teams. Move now to Madar. Comes back out. Mekkel drains the three. Back-to-back triples for Israel. Gives them a 6-point lead as we approach the halfway stage of this first quarter. Dorback now waits for Norge to set the screen. Uses it, but needs to be more direct, more aggressive to the basket. Martin Dorback. Playa loses the handle as he tries to split the defense. Foul's going to be called on Kulama. Couple of changes now as we see Visa, one of the brightest stars on the horizon for Estonia, just 17 years of age. Part of the Real Madrid program, plenty touting him to be one of the first Estonians in decades to make it to the NBA. Israel make a change as well as we see Mayo come into the game. Now strong move. The fumble comes kindly back to Israel, and again Mekkel goes strong to the basket, puts it up high enough, but it comes up a little short. The extra height on the arc meant that it fell a little short. Vaderman now cuts through, nice pass, back door. There's the easy flush for Henry Jurel, 21 years of age. Voted the best offensive player in the Italian league last season. Almost stolen away. Ginat hands it off to Zalmanson. He gets the score. Israel's lead still at 6. And the tempo of the game has gone up quite a few notches. Weideman being harassed by Di Bartolomeo. Strong move inside. And Gorbach gets the score. Certainly picked up the pace in the last minute or so. A couple of minutes really. Both these teams started a little bit stuttery and now they're finding their form. There's the little soft right-hander from Zalmanson. He gets his second score of the game. Much more the style we were expecting in the last minute or so. Weideman comes inside. Oh, that's a tough shot, the little running right-hander. But he's soft enough for it to clip the front of the iron and takes the energy out of it and enables it to drop. Mekal now. Nice backdoor cut. Di Bartolomeo has it swatted away by Drell. But it falls kindly and Menko is there to scoop up the scraps and get the score. And Israel seem to be able to maintain this 6-point lead as they trade buckets. Drell will come back out for Estonia. Nice spin move, lane opens up, gets the score. Kasper Schreier, he had 15 in yesterday's, in game day 1. 22-year-old, another one of those bright stars of the future for Estonian basketball. Mekal needs to find a get out of jail, but his players were covered. Passing angles cut off for him, so can only throw it out of bounds. Let's have a look at that swat. Oh, beautiful fingertips to it. Here's a replay of the backdoor pass. And the flush from Henry Drell. He's come in and made an impact straight away. Weideman. Weideman now looking for options. They've got the mismatch to Drell in the low post, but he's being fronted. Weideman tries to take the shot himself. No good. Bartolomeo has it stolen away, and then he commits the foul. Great hands by Jurkatamm for Estonia. Bartolomeo here. Let's see him get locked down by Weideman and Jurkatamm, and Jurkatamm gets to steal him. Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo gets the foul called against him. Into the game comes the veteran, one of the iconic faces of Israelis basketball, the 38-year-old Guy Panini now. Still getting it done though, had 9 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists in their first game of the qualifiers. Weideman slides inside and he's not going to score many buckets easier than that one. His first score of the game. Estonia are within 2. Pass goes inside to Zalmanson. Zalmanson bodying his way in. Not soft enough, but gets the offensive rebound. And that's poor play by Visa. Needed to secure out the possession. And failed to. Hitzing now. Good ball movement here by Estonia. Drell now in the low post. They're showing him the baseline. He's going to get boxed in if he goes that way. Manages to get the pass out though. Shot is up, but no good. Rebound falls all the way back to Weideman. Another shot goes straight up, off the iron a couple of times and away. You feel Estonia just slightly rushing it at times, and maybe that's an outcome of such a young roster on the floor right now. About 8-second differential between the shot clock and the first quarter game clock. That's come off the knee of Hitzing. In fact, it's off Visa. Another change for Estonia as we see Norge come back in. Visa heads to the bench. Ziv now, waiting for things to happen in front of him, burning some clock out. Catches Estonia sleeping. He does the second time. Strong move to the basket. That one's knocked away into the hands of Di Bartolomeo. Hands it off, and that's a smart play by the veteran Guy Panini. Gets the score. Extends Israel's lead out to 4. Let's have a look at the replay. That's a lovely pass, to be fair, from Di Bartolomeo to Panini. End of the first quarter here in Estonia, and the home team Estonia trail 14-20 to Israel. Second quarter action underway here. Game day 2 of the World Cup 2023 qualifiers. At the end of the first quarter, Israel hold a 6-point lead over Estonia, but that's quickly changed as Jurkatamm comes in, nails the 3 for Estonia, reduces Israel's lead to just 3. That's a way to make an impact. And what a great cut. Credit due to Rauno Norga as well. Creating the screen. That's an awful pass from Di Bartolomeo. Once again, credit due to the Estonian defense. Coach Toyala, certainly an organized coach, part of the Coach Detman school, coming out of Finland. Plenty of assistant coaches moving on to some good head coaching roles around Europe now from that program. Shot goes up, and another big score, and that ties things up. Simsander Vina. Foul's going to be called though on Jurkatamm. Venner hitting the big 3 to tie the game at 20 apiece, a 6-0 run in the first 22 seconds of the second quarter. Venner, beautiful form, real composure, gets the score. Ooh, that's a poor backdoor pass. They've had no chance of holding on to that. Vaderman comes the other way. Shot goes up and drains another 3. A 9-0 run to start the quarter. Coach Goods, no real choice. Has to call a timeout. Needs to inquire why his team are giving up pretty much the same spot on the floor every possession. Vaderman, the supplier. Venner, the scorer. And there's the timeout call from Guy Goods. He needs to make some corrections to the perimeter defense his team are playing. Let's see if we can jump into the Israeli huddle and hear what they have to say. Estonia, after an awful first quarter shooting performance, couldn't hit a 3 for love nor money. They've come out on fire in the second quarter, and see what it means to Sander Venner. Both his 3s in this quarter. And Estonia a 3-point lead now. Levy hands it off. Nice pass inside. Zalmanson gets the score. For Israel, it feels like the paint is where they could do the most damage against Estonia. Vaderman hands it off now to Venner, to the corner. Oh, and another 3. This is unreal. This time Jurkatamm is back in on the action. 4 triples in the first, oh, not even 90 seconds. Shot goes up. That one's no good from Levy. Nimrod Levy. And no wonder that Coach Guy Goods has a serious look on his face. His team have been absolutely slaughtered so far in this second quarter. 12 points in a little over a minute for Estonia. Vaderman. Oh, not this time. The run comes to an end. but he stepped out of bounds. Nimrod Levy turns the ball over with a real rookie mistake. Let's have a look at the replay. Oh, he did as well. It was that second step. That's great eyes by the official, isn't it? Everyone else was looking up the court to see what else is about to happen on the next offense, but the official was absolutely spot on. Nice pass inside. Levy, no good. Rebound pulled down by Venner. Estonia looking to extend their 4-point lead further. Bartolomeo just pushing Vaderman over, but officials say we're stationary. Gotta be careful there. Norga not to have the offensive foul called. Vaderman hands it out. Kitzing, no good. Rebound's going to fall to Israel. Bartolomeo uses the screen well. Salmonson hands it off though to Panini. Back to Levy. Little elbow jumper, sweet stroke from the big man. Israel back within 2. And they seem to have settled down slightly as well. Pushing Estonia off the line a bit further, and that's causing Estonia issues. They don't particularly want to go to the bucket and score, they want to shoot the ball. And another example there as Venner just dribbles it off his leg and it goes out of bounds. What a blistering first 3 minutes of action we've had here in the second quarter. Rosenthal comes into the game for Estonia. Bartolomeo brings it up over the half, being guarded closely by Kolama. Levy sets the screen, hands it off. Foul's going to be called on Mark Rosenthal. Yep, absolutely. Pushes his hand into the forearm of the shooter. He's going to send Madar to the line for shots. Talked about plenty of the bright future stars for Estonia, but Madar has to be considered the same for Israel. Most improved player award in the Israeli league last year. Helped the under-20s win European gold back in 2019. Rattles home the second after missing the first. Chance to tie the game with his third free throw attempt. And he does. Game tied at 26 apiece, 6:51 left in the second quarter. Alama now. Taking over running proceedings from Vaderman. Waiting for the double screen to come up, uses it well, drives inside, thinks he has the size advantage, but doesn't make it pay fully. Bartolomeo at the top, uses the Levy screen, puts the 3 up instead, in and out, into the hands of Christian Kitzing. Shot goes up from outside, another 3. And Israel, they turn off for a second, and there are Estonia ready to score. Venner with another 3. Reclaiming the lead for the home team. Foul's going to be called on Mark Rosenthal. That's his second foul of the game. He's only been on the floor a little over a minute. Aspatzaya is going to come into the action. Out comes Rauno Norga. Knockout is rejoined for Israel with Madar heading to the bench. Bartolomeo moves it back now to Ginat. Ginat Turnaround jumper's no good. Rebounding battle eventually won by Levy, and what a strong play. Nimrod Levy really imposing himself in the paint. Estonia not really having an answer for him right now. Rosenthal comes back to Kitzing. Kitzing drives inside lane, opens up, and he gets the score. Christian Kitzing going strong to the bucket. Earns himself a trip to the free throw line as well. Yeah, easy call for the officials. Thomas Ginat. See the frustration from Coach Goods. Sorkin will come in. Out comes Levy. Kitzing gets the extra bonus point. Moves Estonia ahead by 4 points now. Knockout closely guarded by Rosenthal. Rosenthal needs to be careful. He's already got 2 fouls. Shot comes out from Di Bartolomeo. That one's just got a little bit too much on it. Estonia retrieve the defensive rebound. Foul's going to be called on Di Bartolomeo. It's going to force him to the bench. Yeah, Madars sit on the bench, didn't last very long. Halfway stage of this second quarter, Estonia 32, Israel 28. Both these teams entered after opening game day wins, so whichever team wins this will leave the qualification window top of the group. Pass inside is no good. Madar scoops it up while lying on the floor. Nekal now hands it off. Shot goes up and is good. Ginat has been a thorn in the side of Estonia for the majority of this first half. And it's his versatility that's causing problems. He had a double-double in the opening game, 11 points, 11 rebounds. The Levallois big man really is a versatile player who is tough to guard. Let's head into Coach Toyala's huddle.
Igal juhul üks kõrval, vaatame Siimu, kas seal on pukis või ei ole nii edasi, okei. Hei, üks time-out on veel olemas.
I'm sure most of the message from Coach Toyala was just fine-tuning, really. His team have had a pretty strong first half so far. Some issues, though, it would be the interior defense. Don't get me wrong, they just gave up a pretty wide open three for Thomas Ginat. You see Zalmanson on the bench. He has 8 points, leading all Israeli scorers. Alama now being harassed by Madar. Rosenthal. Shot clock down to 3. Shot's got to go up. It does. No good this time. Foul's going to be called, and that's a push, I think, from Kaspar Trier. That's a shot going up. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, easy for the officials to see that one. I might have even caught that one and blown my whistle. More changes as Henry Drell comes back into the action for Estonia. Out comes some Sander Venner, who certainly has had an impact. Venner. Mikkel now. Ginat hands it off to Madar. Madar looking to find the pass inside. They're really working hard to try and get it into Sorkin, but nothing there. Ginat comes out, no joy. Rebound pulled down and almost a poster served up by Roman Sorkin. And this is the problem at the moment that Estonia have. They're struggling not only to defend the paint, but also protect their defensive board. So Lama now into the low post to Kitsing. Double teams come across. Pass was too early. Drell had not quite made enough of a move down the lane for that one. Israel with a single point lead. Shot goes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kolama in slightly dramatic fashion. Drell's legs just buckled under him somewhat then. Shot clock down to 4. Kolama, no good. And you feel like Israel are starting to take the reins a little bit of this game, starting to control the tempo, control how it's being played, where it's being played. Offensive foul is going to be called on Sorkin as Kitson hits the floor hard. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, it's an easy call for the officials. As much as Kitson sold it, it was an offensive foul. Sorkin dropping the shoulder and extending the arm. Single point lead still for Israel as Mark Rosenthal heads to the bench. Back into the game comes Jurkatamm. Kolama. Kolama goes to the bucket, but the lane is slammed shut from Ginat. Pryor hits the jumper. That'll settle some Estonian nerves because so far it's primarily been the perimeter that they've been able to have success from. Makel now kicks it out. Menko. And what will Madar do? Shot clock down to 8. Madar now, a little crossover. Slides inside, and it's just that simple, most basic of crossovers to create the space onto the left hand. Create the separation between himself and the defender. And get the easy score. He's up to 4 points personal. Timeout has been called as Israel continue to lead by a single point. Coach Toijala calling the timeout. So let's hear what he has to say.
Okei, ole vapa siinä. Hand off, saat takaisin. Sulla ei ole vaja nagu terve peli, tulla survega. Okei, siis kui palli tuleb tema kätte, siis läheb Rauno paneb katteed Drellille ja siis läheb liikumine. Okei, esiteks hand offi, siis vaatame edasi. Okei, ole vaba ja vaatage. Meil on võistkonnid pealt, meil on täis, okei. Hei, 2 mintsi. Iga rünnak meil peab olla mõtted, mis me teeme. Me peame mõtted, mis me teeme. 3-4, Eesti. Bla, davai, saab 2.
No nii, head korvpallisõbrad, 2 minutit veel.
As we expected, this game has been close pretty much all the way through. Neither team being able to wrestle control of the game away from the other for a prolonged period of time. It's going to be down to which team truly is able to impose their style of play. For Israel, it might be slightly slower, interior focused. For Estonia, it's all about the speed and opening up perimeter shooting with spacing. Strong move inside, gets the score. Jurkatamm showing that he can do it around the floor. He's up to 8 points personal now. Only been on the floor about 6 minutes. Sorkin hands it off to Mikkel. And Norga is going to get called for the foul. After being left with no choice, really, to commit the foul. Sorkin drawing it off, and Sorkin just using his size advantage to its fullest. Can't get the first to go, though, much to the pleasure of the Estonian fans here in Tallinn. 90 seconds to play in the first half. Estonia lead by a point. No, they don't. The game is tied at 36 apiece now. Try and hands it back to Weideman. Trier into the hands now of Drell. That was on target, just a little bit heavy. Madar looking to step in, nothing there. Mikkel Ginat looking to play a little two-man game. Sorkin goes strong to the bucket. Norga called for the foul. He's asking how. I would suggest it's not your body positioning, it's your hands. Let's have a look. You go across to help. Yeah, you're still moving. Here's your body positioning. It's coming across and sliding. Sorkin has exploited that fully. But definitely an interesting battle bubbling up between the two bigs of Roman Sorkin and Rauno Norga. Sorkin really struggling from the free throw line, though. That's costing Israel at the moment. 1 from 3. That 2 from 4. 51.1 seconds remaining as Simsander Venner are going to come back into the game. Weideman now being closely guarded by Madar. To say I'm enjoying that battle between the veteran that is Weideman and the young gun that is Madar. Foul's going to be called on Menko. Pushes Israel into the penalty now. It's going to make much difference. Only 35 seconds remaining in the half. Trier hands it off to Weideman. Weideman's got Madar on his back now. Slides inside into the corner. Shot goes up. That's going to come up short. And less than a second difference between the second quarter game clock and the shot clock now. Madar getting Weideman on his back. Gets back out though. Needs to run the clock down. Doesn't want to give Estonia another shot attempt. Mikkel going inside. Clock down to 4. Lovely pass and a wonderful finish. Ginat finishes the half off, and it's quite just desserts for Toma Ginat. 9 points personal, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. He's had a big first half, and he's helped the visitors Israel to a 3-point lead at the halfway stage. Estonia 30. Second half action underway here in Tallinn, Estonia. World Cup qualifier game day 2. As we see Estonia take on Israel at the halfway stage. Israel hold on to a 3-point lead. That one's thrown away. And Sorkin didn't quite rotate clean enough to the basket. Ginat thought he was going to, but he didn't. Dorback now brings it up over the half for Estonia. He hands it off to Trier. Good patience here from Estonia. Shot clock at 8 though, so they're going to have to do something with it. Dorback slides inside. Oh my goodness, that one is just disgustingly swatted away. Roman Sorkin says you better bring something better than that. Oh, we see 2 players collide on the floor. Ginat looks like he might be in pain. Kalama goes coast to coast and gets the score. The officials are going to stop the game. They certainly need to clean up whatever sweat was on the floor. That just rubbing his right hip. Hopefully it's just an impact rather than any form of a twist or anything. Remember, Estonia had a really hot start to the second quarter. I'd love to have emulated that here, but Israel have closed it down. Sorkin, easy score on the baseline, and he really is a weapon for Israel. A real athlete. He's able to get up and down the floor, and the guards know he's going to be there for the score. Olama comes back out. Venner now, shot clock under 10. Olama's got the size mismatch against Madar. There's the pass to the side, drive inside, but he loses the handle, and fortunately for Martin Dorback, it just bounces off Roman Sorkin's stomach and bounces out of bounds. Look at the replay of the previous swat. Yeah, send back where it came from for Roman Sorkin. There's a big man on the trail. That's a joy. And it's just almost gift wrapped on its way back up. Looks like we have some kind of medical situation on the floor at the moment. Might be stemming from Ginat's fall earlier on in this quarter. 1.8 seconds left on the shot clock. Let's have a look. Yeah, he just slips. Hits the ground pretty hard on his right hip as he slides into Kaspar Trier. Yeah, his hip's in a huge amount of pain now. Not even able to help him off. Yeah, vast amount of pain on his face. That's going to be a worry for Coach Guy Goods, because Tomer Ginat was an integral part of some of the good stuff that Israel brought together in the first half. Does not bode well. He does not look comfortable at all at the moment. Will be a baseline ball for Estonia. 1.8 seconds left on the shot clock. Catch and shoot from the corner, fading away. Gets the rim, but not much else. Rebound falls into the hands of Menko. Levy to Menko. Good interchange here from Israel, trying to create some space, but Estonia stay with it. Sorkin with the move, but a little bit out of his comfort zone. Trying to take something off the dribble. Trier now hands it off. Norga has it stripped away. Levy will hand it back. And there's some pace behind this one. An easy score in the end from Menko as the Estonian defense just falls asleep. And at this level, you only need to fall asleep for a split second and the game is wide open. Israel now with a 5-point lead. Kolama just uses the speed advantage he has and gets to the bucket. 4 points for him, only shooting 2 from 7 though, not had the most efficient of evenings so far. Madar moves it back to Mekel. There's the pass. Oh, and Sorkin looks to finish with thunder. That would have made the highlight reel for sure if he'd finished that one. Norga going to get called for the foul. Let's look at the pass on the pick and roll. It's a smart pass from Sorkin. Look at the finish. He just, in fact, he just had too much emphasis on that. Norga will head to the bench though as he picks up an early third foul, and Sorkin is causing Coach Toyala a lot of problems. Sorkin at the line for free throw. Gets the first to go. Didn't feature in their first game, Roman Sorkin. Gets the second to drop as well. Israel's lead back up to 5 points now. Dorback. Kicks in looking for trying to establish, but great defense from Menko, forcing him way away from the bucket. Kolama hands it off to Kitsing, and Israel's defense is holding hard. Good, strong move, but you have to give a hat tip to Israel then. They just locked that half of the floor completely down, left Estonia with scraps to play with. Makel now going to use the pick and roll again from Sorkin. Sorkin's getting established in the low paint. Dorback tries to jump in front of him, but it's going to get called for a foul instead. Once again, Sorkin causing all sorts of problems for Estonia. Might become a point where they need to move to a zone defense. Otherwise, they're just going to keep chalking up fouls. Into the game comes Jurkatamm now. Inbound pass to Madar, nails the two. And Israel, even though they've seen one of their star players in Toma Ginat head to the locker room in considerable pain, they seem to be stepping up and starting to control much more of the flow of the action. Kolama, nice little hesitation. He knew that if he'd gone straight up with Sorkin, he was going to end up with a Malton logo slapped back into his face. So he slowed things down to create the space he needed. Makel off the glass for two. That's a smart play by the guard. Timeout's been called here as Israel's lead is at 7. 6:07 left in the third quarter. Let's have a look at the replay. That little flex of the right arm, enough to push the defense away and create the separation he needed to get the shot away. Timeout's been called by Coach Toijala. Let's head into this Estonian huddle. Let's see what corrections, changes the Finnish play caller is going to instigate.
Christian siin, siis on palli sinu käes, okei? Uus, alustame Vene, Mikk, ei ole vahet, Mikk selle poolele. Kitsing, fake, pick and roll, edasi, tuleb teine. Kas on pick and pop roll, sinu lugu, okei? Võib-olla et vahetavad, aga okei, liigume,
You have a feeling that Coach Toijala feels the same way. But Israel are just starting to dictate the terms a little bit in this game, and that's not a good sign for Estonia. When Israel are able to do that, they're able to limit Estonia's threats. Christian Kulama with 6 points to his name so far. Also has 4 rebounds and 2 assists. 6:07 to play, 7-point lead for Israel. Oh, and it's stolen away. Kulama kicks the ball, so that's going to be a foot violation, giving Israel possession. It was just the lackadaisical nature of the crossover that cost Kulama there. At this level, he needs to be more decisive, really, I would say, more purposeful in the way he plays. That one's come off the foot of Kulama as well. Makel now looking to advance it up over the half. Makel hands it off. Menko for 3. Oh, that's a big shot. That's the first double-digit lead of the game. Israel up to 52. Menko up to 10 points himself as well. That's his second three, stolen away. What swift hands by Madar. Levy goes strong, is fouled by Jurkatamm. And Israel are starting to control this game. Both ends of the floor. They seem to be exuding confidence right now. Vanna will head out of the game. Seeing Estonia making a couple of changes. Weideman has come in. Also heading to the benches, Kolama. I do feel Estonia look a little bit more of a threat offensively when Weideman is on the floor and running the point for them. Levy hits both. And Israel's lead up to the game high 12. Weideman now. There's the pass. Moves it out, and there's the three. Jurkatamm, and that's what I was talking about. Weideman, much more dynamic point guard than Kolama is. Makes things happen, creates spaces on the offensive end. Maybe defensively not as strong, but offensively he is. Shot goes up from outside. Rebound pulled down, this time by Kitsing. Foul's going to be called as Drell progresses it up the floor. Menko called for the foul. Yeah, Weideman's plus minus is at 7. Majority of other players on the floor. Treya, for example, is minus 16, so it shows what impact Weideman is having. Looking for options in front of him now. Hands it off to Kitsing. Weideman slides inside, is rejected. Shot clock was expiring. We've got 5 seconds remaining. It will be Estonian ball on the baseline. Foul has been called on Mekkel. Looks like it was almost off the ball for the inbound. So it'll now be a sideline possession and a reset to 14 seconds for Israel now. For Estonia, sorry. Kitsing for three. Nails another three. And just like that, and you see the reaction from Guy Goods. He doesn't know what to do. He's told his players, you know where it's coming from. You know what they want to do. They don't want to go inside. They want to shoot the three. You've got to chase the perimeter harder than you are. And just like that, what was a 13-point lead for Israel is now down to just 6. Let's listen to this Israeli huddle.
Check your inside. Don't leave number 33 the key now. Close to him on both will switch. We are going to the whole side. Pass, go, go. Hand off. Big to big Tome, Nimrod. You are already here. Slip it and Jack, you become after him. Let us slip on side. No threes, guys. אין שלשות. זה המטרה. יאללה, let's go. No threes.
Pretty simple message from Coach Goods. No threes, guys. Just telling his players, chase the shooters out. Get them off the perimeter. If you're going to give up some penetration, then that's fine. We'll help, we'll rotate. Someone will protect the rim behind you. But do not give up the three ball. That's the way that Estonia need to play. I was going to say want, but they need to play that way to come out with a win here today. That's what's kept them in the game, the three ball. They trail by 6 now, a little over 4.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Madar hands it off to Mekkel. And the ball is stolen away. Weideman now. Foul's going to be called, or something's going to be called. I think, in fact, it's just an issue with the clock. Let's have a look at the replay. There's the defensive play from Jurkatamm. Doing it on both ends of the floor. Mikk Jurkatamm, 11 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and now you would say a block to his name as well. Norge's going to come into the game. Out comes Kasper Trier. Weideman to inbound the ball. Does so to Kitsing. Hands it back to him. Oh, and the pass is thrown to Jurkatamm, but he was too busy setting a screen. Wasn't aware that it was coming his way. So turnover chalked up to Weideman there. Madar now. Showing some patience on the offensive end, although the Israeli offense is pretty static. Not much movement off the ball. Madar for 3. Too much on that one. Rebound falls into the hands of Jurel. Weideman has to pick the dribble up. Needs to pass it away and does so. Jurel now. Goes to the crossover, drives inside. That's a smart move, and it's a great screen in the paint from Rauno Norge. There you go. You see him turn and just bump him as he comes past. Madar hands it off. Great swift ball movement here from Israel, but they're not able to penetrate. Shot clock running out. Levy's going to have to put it up. Does so and gets the score. That tipped to Nimrod Levy. Read the shot clock well. He's up to 8 points now, shooting 60% from the field, so an efficient 8 points from him. Israel lead by 6. We're into the final 3 minutes of this third quarter. Jurel to Kitsing. Jurel again, shot clock at 4. He's got to do something, puts the 3 up. Oh, and he gets it to drop. That is a big shot from the 21-year-old. And Estonia are staying in this game. The 3 ball gives them their lifeline again. Madar doesn't get the score. Will head to the line for 2 free throws, though. Kitsing called for the foul for Estonia. And good, Coach Goods is just frustrated. He thought they were going to get the score. Not this time, though. Madar at the line for 2. That's the first of his 2. Extends Israel's lead out to 4. Personal tally up to 8 now. Sorry, up to 7 with that free throw. Make it 8. Panini will come back in for Israel now. Out of the action comes Rafael Menko. Weideman hands it off. Weideman inside now to Jurel. Jurel will come back out. Kitsing open for 3. Doesn't get it to go. Jurel grabs the offensive rebound and Estonia will reset again. Weideman puts the Jets on, slides inside, gets the score, waved away. Waved away, foul on the floor, right smile on Weideman's face. It was a bit of an outside ask for that to be a continuation. Where's the foul? Yeah, foul's there. There's another dribble before he even picks up. So yeah, right call by the officials. But the Estonian fans and the Estonian bench have a different opinion, which they're entitled to. But unfortunately, in this case, they're wrong. Drell now to inbound the ball. Does so to Norge. Big shot comes from outside again. Foul's going to be called. Let's see who that's on. Is it on Levy? Let's have a look. Or is it on Panini? 5-point lead, under 2 minutes to play in the third. Certainly been an intriguing third quarter. There was moments where Israel looked like they were truly going to control the game, but then Estonia fired up the three-point machine again and fought their way back into it. Drell trying to shake Madar, drives inside, has the height advantage, doesn't make it pay this time though, but the rebound, is held on to by Di Bartolomeo. Levy doesn't get the score, gets the offensive rebound though, he'll recycle back out. Madar open for three, off target, rebound, knocked out of bounds by Di Bartolomeo. That'll be Estonian ball on their own baseline. Mikkel coming back in as Madar heads to the bench. Not a bad swap, the veteran Mikkel or the youngster Madar. Two options at the point guard position for Coach Goods and Israel. Weideman now at the half, hands it to Jurkatamm, who quickly gives it back to him. There's the move, there's the lob. A little bit heavy on the lob, that was all. Couldn't quite get a soft enough touch. Norge into the corner, Di Bartolomeo nails the three. That's a crowd silencer. Well, it was for a brief second, and then the drums start up again. 8-point lead now for Israel. Playing some good team basketball. 20 assists for their 53 points. That's a good ratio. Norge now looking to go to work against Di Bartolomeo. He needs to go to the basket when you have such a size advantage as he had there. The big man fading away is just not an option. If it had been any of the bigs on the other side of the floor, they would have bullied the smaller player to the basket. There's the pass to the corner for the wide open Di Bartolomeo triple. Norge now. Weideman drives inside. Good defense from Di Bartolomeo. Just gets enough on it to put Weideman off. Weideman stolen it back. That's off the foot though. Not sure whose foot. Is it off the Israeli foot? Let's have a look, see. That's good hands by Weideman, knocks it away. It's going to be Estonian ball when we come back. 10.7 seconds for Estonia to play with. They trail by 8. Just a wry smile on Coach Toijala's face. Weideman now waits for the screen to come up. Venner sets the screen into the corner. Kitzing, step back, three. No, not this time. And that will be the end of the third quarter here in Tallinn. Game day 2 of the World Cup qualifiers. 3 quarters done in this one. Estonia 53, Israel 60. Final quarter action underway here in Tallinn. World Cup qualification, game day 2. 10 minutes to play, and Israel lead Estonia 61-53. Mikkel, short little jump shot. Often those short ones are even more difficult than the range. You're just not quite able to extend fully in your shot. Creates a different arc, a different trajectory. Tryer now feeding the low post. Venner looking to go to work against Mikkel. Comes up short. Mikkel works exceptionally hard to stay with Venner there, giving up quite a few centimeters. Di Bartolomeo to Levy. Back to Panini now. Shot goes up, right hand, not enough. Oh, but he just works so hard, and you have to give credit there to Nimrod Levy. Just goes after every possession with such passion. Does not give up on it for 1 second. Panini being back down, and that shot is good. Simsander Werner using his height advantage. He's a two-guard really, but he knows if the other team aren't able to match up size-wise, he can get some back to the basket points, and he showed exactly how there. Di Bartolomeo going strong. Ended up amongst the trees and couldn't get the score. Werner now. Inside. Foul's going to be called as the mismatch between Di Bartolomeo and Kitsing. Coach Toyala asking for an unsportsmanlike. Didn't look like it was there. Looked like he clearly went for the steal. Waiting for the officials to call this one. Coach Goods thought it was an Israel ball. Officials are saying it came off an Israeli hand. Officials just having a discussion about that. Officials, I think, just want something altered on the scoreboard. Ball to be inbounded, and is so to Kitsing. Out to Kolama. Kolama looks to drive in. Nice little separation with a step back. And the whip of the net is his reward. Brings Estonia to within 6, takes his personal tally up to 8 now. Levy. Nice pass inside. Oh, that's a big foul by Kitsing. It's a nice block, but what about the rest of the contact with the body in the back of the head that Kitsing imposed on Cohen? Yeah, Cohen goes strong, but yeah, elbow into the back of the head. That's clearly a foul. Not sure what you're arguing. Cohen will head to the line for free throws on that one. Cohen had 11 points in their first game. 4 years now into his senior national team career. Debuted back in 2017. Hits the first of his 2. And the second as well. There are some traveling fans in the stands. Good to see some Israeli flags here in the Estonian capital. Kolama now trying to lose Madar. He's got the mismatch he wanted. Jurkatamm comes back to him though. Jurkatamm for 3. Oh, hits another 3. Jurkatamm is on fire today. 14 points for Mikk Jurkatamm. 4 from 7 from outside, unreal. Some players struggle to hit that from the free throw line, let alone the 3-point. Mikkel feeding Cohen. Comes back out, Madar now to Mikkel, shot clock down to 3. He's gonna have to put something up. Drives inside, doesn't get the shot away in time though. That one's gonna be after the clock expired. 10th turnover of the game for Israel. Neither team will be overly concerned with their turnover numbers. Israel's lead now trimmed to just 5, and Coach Toyala and his coaching team, I'm sure, are plotting to trim that even further. Werner now hands it back to Kolama. Nothing happening in front of him at the moment. Now into the hands of Trier. Trier looking to go to work. Steps up, no good. Rebound by Kitsing. Kitsing almost dribbles it off his own foot and it's knocked away. Madar now. 3-on-2 break for Israel. Hands it off. And the finger roll for Cohen. Israel using some pace to their advantage now. Turning the tables on Estonia somewhat. Venner going up against Menko. Little shot fake, looks to drive inside, fades to the right. Will he get the score? He won't, but he will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. Menko saying that he's been swept out the way. Yeah, absolutely a foul. Couldn't be clearer. There's the last score. Cohen just gliding to the glass for the 2. Hits the first. He's up to 12 points along with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. And we're now getting to the business end of the game where every free throw, every possession becomes critical. It's the second, and Estonia have been strangers to the free throw line in today's game. Very, very few trips. How will that affect going forward? That was just their second journey there. Free throws 2 and 3 in the game. Mikkel looking for options around him, uses a screen royal. Little right-hand floater, good work by Trier. Fortunately for Estonia, Drell wasn't able to slap it back off Madar and secure possession, so it will be an Israeli ball. We do have a fresh 14 on as Vaderman comes back into the game. Expect Estonia to be a little bit quicker in the progression of the ball with him running the point. Madar, elbow jumper. Oh, ugly that one. Slaps off the glass and away, nowhere near the ring. Vaderman now to Jarrell. Kitsing, there's the backdoor cut. Vaderman gets the shot up. That's great defense in the end by Menko. And now they're short-handed at the other end. That's off the foot of Trier. So it will be an Israel ball. Drive and the cut by Vaderman was the right move. The finish just wasn't quite there. This is an interesting change as Cohen comes out. Sorkin comes in. Sorkin has caused all sorts of problems for Estonia. He's got 8 points to his name. Plenty of things off the box score that Sorkin has done in this game. A real rim protector. Menko, no good. Levy's going to get called for the foul as he floors Trier. .5:28 to play. Back into the action is Di Bartolomeo. 5-point lead for Israel now. Vaderman brings it up over the half, and when these two teams finish their World Cup qualifications, both of them hoping it will be with qualification secured, I'm sure they'll look back to this game as a pivotal game in that process. Trying out to Drell. Drell just couldn't quite hold on to the pass. He was too busy thinking about what he was going to do to it rather than securing the possession first. 5 seconds on the shot clock now for Estonia to work with. Ball inbounded to Kitsing. Venner. Not this time. Drell fights for the rebound, but Levy just about secures it. Good hustle by Drell, though. Good intensity shown from him. Menko, Bartolomeo. Little shake, 3 seconds remaining. Kicks it back out. Levy for 3. That's after the shot clock's gone, though. And Estonia's defense really has gone up a few gears in this final quarter. Really applying a lot more pressure, particularly clogging the lane as well, not enabling penetration so easily as they have earlier in the game. Giving maybe Israel a bit more of an open shot from outside, but it's exceptionally late in the shot clock when Israel are looking to take that opportunity. They're focused quite heavily on getting high percentage interior scores. Weideman now. Got the split he wanted. Trier, corner, no good. Rebound by Sorkin. Levy looks to have taken a bit of an impact in that last possession. He'll hand it off now, though, to Madar. Back to Bartolomeo. Nice change of direction, but the paint is closed again. Now to Madar. Shot clock down to 3. Madar trying to spin and create. Shot clock's going to expire, and he's not going to get it away. Back-to-back possessions for Israel, and they don't get a shot away. Can't imagine that Guy Goods will leave it too long before he calls a timeout to correct the offense. Because Israel need to keep their offense ticking over. They can't let it stagnate, because that's how Estonia will, one, get back into the game and push out a lead of their own. Madar comes out now for Israel. In comes Mekkel. He's going to run the offense. Experienced hands back on the tiller of the boat. Kolama. Venner showing up against Sorkin. Comes back out now. Kolama for 3. That's a big shot. That brings Estonia to within 2, and that really does force Coach Good's hands. He needs to call a timeout. Defensively, they're not getting the job done, and offensively, they're in the middle of a drought. Kolama, cool, calm, collected, hits the 3. Brings Estonia to within a single possession. See how much it means. Let's listen to this Israeli huddle.
Jake, you are coming for a wing pick and roll. If they're switching, roll in, swing and in high-low. Double elbow player. We can use it also after that with the guard. Smith, we are putting a guard here. Run, slip it, dribble, and wing pick and roll four corners. Try to attack. Simple. On defense, let's go. No threes anymore. Hey, move the ball, move the ball. Let's go.
Majority of that timeout focused on the offensive end, and then I love his final comment on defense, no threes anymore. Pretty straightforward. They need to chase the shooters off the perimeter. That's not enough from Sorkin. He knows they can shoot the ball. He needs to not worry about the rim protection so much. That's his team's job to help behind him. He needs to jump out and make that three-point shot a lot more difficult than that one was for Kolama. 11 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Certainly done a good job for Estonia today, alongside him with Weideman. A nice little 1-2 punch from the point guard position. Mekkel now, shot clock down to 9. Menko looking to feed the post. It's tipped away by Venner. And Israel will have just 6 seconds to create an offense. And this is what Coach Goods just spent pretty much 55 of his 60 seconds discussing. There's the pass inside, and it's thrown away. Weideman will pick up the loose ball and hand it off to Kolama. Kolama now into Venner in the post. Double team has to come across, and he's fouled exceptionally hard by Menko. That's the 4th foul of the quarter for Israel. That should bounce them into the penalty now. Into the final 3 minutes. And they're going to bring the vet in. They're going to bring the most experienced player on the roster. Panini will come back into the action for Israel. 14 seconds for Estonia to work with now. This game is anyone's. Drell drives inside hard. Great defense by Di Bartolomeo. He gave away a lot of height in that and a lot of strength, but managed to body Drell away from the right lane. Move inside. Mikkel gets it done. And that's exactly what Coach Goods has been asking for. Go to the bucket, go strong. Spending too much time moving the ball around the perimeter. They need more direct offense than they've been showing in the last 3 or 4 minutes, really. Kitzing now hands it off. Shot clock down to 7. Venner, 3. Not this time. Rebound, ripped down by Panini. Mikkel looking to play a 2-man game on the pick and roll. Cohen. Out, Di Bartolomeo. Little sidestep, 3. He's fouled, he hits the 3. What a shot from Di Bartolomeo. How important could that be? Nails the jumper. And we'll head to the line for the bonus. Let's have a look at the replay. There's the pass from Mikkel. Kolama just not in control at any point of that. Steps across, hits the shooting arm. The 3 is good. And Coach Goods is exceptionally happy with how his team have reacted out of the timeout. The traveling fans are as well. 7-point lead for Israel now. And it's the turn of Coach Toijala to change things.
Press break olemas, okei. Kristi on palli kätte, võta rahulikult, okei. Veidekas, Henri, nurka ja Vene tuleb tegema esmase katte. Kitsing teeb blind picki, okei. Ja vaatame, kas ründak, pead on täis, okei. Kui on pikad popid vabana, okei. Aga teeme kiire rünnak. Pärast seda, okei, me oleme vaja korralikult kaitset ja lauavõistlust. Hey!
And Israel once again, after they looked like they were under considerable pressure, have stepped back up to the plate. They've reacted well to the time that they called a few moments ago. And once again reasserted themselves and taken a fair bit of control of this game. They lead by just 4 though. And Coach Toijala was quick to stamp out that resurgence from Israel. There you go, Gal Mikkel, plus-minus of plus 15. The game is only a 7-point game. As Di Bartolomeo goes to the line for the bonus. What a 4-point play and what a time to step up to the plate. He's up to 7 points personal now. Make that 8, sorry, along with 6 rebounds. Kolama. Into the hands of Weideman. Nails the 3. The timing couldn't have been better. Straight out of the timeout. Drops the triple. Brings Estonia back to within 5. Got the mismatch inside. Weideman struggling to hold on to Cohen. Doing a good job fronting him. Mikkel. Oh, that's ice cold from Gal Mikkel. Cancels out the Weideman 3 at the first opportunity. Kitzing now being guarded by Di Bartolomeo. Double team has to come. Kicks it out. Weideman open for 3. Not this time. Oh, Drell flying through, and that one's tied up, so it'll go to the possession arrow. That points in favor of Estonia. And just sheer composure from the veteran guard. Steps in, drains the 3, tells his team, don't worry, I got this. He's certainly living up to that. Israel lead by 8. A little over a minute to play. Now, we saw at the start of the second quarter that Estonia certainly know how to score in a hurry. We saw them score 12 points in a little over a minute. They need to replicate that again here. We know they can do it. It's down to Coach Toijala, though, put them in a position to do so, and for Israel to really go to sleep in this final 65 seconds. Drell now at the line. In fact, it was a foul called on Cohen as he battled with Henry Drell. Drell hits the first of his two under a huge amount of pressure. Remember, he's just 21 years of age. Plays for Pescara in the Italian league. This is the second rebound pulled down by Cohen. I think they were trying to get an offensive rebound. Jurkatamm now on to guard Meckel. They need a steal though, really. They need to be putting pressure on. Drell tries to keep it in, he does. Meckel will pick it up. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for Israel to work with. Meckel now, guarded by Drell. The pass inside to Cohen. He's going to kick it out. Why did Cohen kick it out? He was free under the bucket, should have just turned and scored. Instead, turns it over. That's going to earn Cohen a trip to the bench for making the mistake. 41.1 seconds remaining, 7-point lead for Israel. Kolama brings it up with some urgency. Pulls up for the three. Doesn't get it straight away. It's a brave first move, but I don't mind it from Kolama. The three was open. Time isn't in their favor. Drell's fouled on the way back down. That will send... In fact, it'll just be a sideline possession for Israel. Pressure needs to be applied again from Israel. They can't step back. There's the pressure. But Israel are dealing with it. Estonia need to just keep the pressure. Everything's got to be double teamed. They've got to jump on every pass. And Israel moving the ball well. Panini continues to run it down. There's a 9-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. And without fouling, and they foul at the most inopportune moment. Jurkatamm, 9.9 seconds remaining. Realistically now, it's surely a step too far for Estonia, and Israel are on the verge of going 2-0, winning their first two World Cup qualifiers. And the smiles are nice and wide on the face of Coach Goods. I think that's the first time in the game we've seen him openly smile. It's taken 39 minutes and 50.1 seconds for us to get a smile from Coach Goods, but I can understand why he's smiling now. His team have certainly been stretched. They've been pressured in today's game, but it looks like they're going to come away with the win. What a big win this is as well. Remember, not just the win, a road win. And in the qualifiers, that is critical. 10-point lead for Israel. That should be enough. There's only 9.9 seconds remaining. Coach Toyala probably doesn't have the win in mind, but he does know that points difference may play a factor in who goes through to the second round and who qualifies for the World Cup ultimately. Let's listen to this Estonian huddle.
sina mängid 4 kohta, sa oled Vene 5 koha peal, jah. Nüüd Kits lähed siia ja tuled siit välja, vaatad seda. Ma lähen lihtsalt siia. Sa lähed, mida? Sa mängid seda. Tavaliselt sa tuled siia korvi alla. Vene saab pallid, lihtsalt olge valmis, et kui siin vahetavad käsi vahel on, et sa hüppad siia äärde välja lääne katama. Sa tuled nagu kattesse, kööri screen hüppad välja. Aga vaata, äkki saad backdooriga minna. Ja kui ei tule välja, siis meil on 10 sekundit rahu. Mängige pikem rolli. Ise paneme üle korvi. On neli. Eesti.
And the win may be off the table for Estonia now, but they will play for points difference. They're sensible. As we see the smiles again from Guy Goods. If they're sensible, the Estonian team will work something, try and create an open shot. The lower the gap, the deficit, the better it is before they face Israel on the road. And that will be the last game of this first round of qualifications. That will be on the 3rd of July next year. Rederman inbounds it to Venner. Venner now hands it off. Kitsing for 3. Comes up short, rebound bought by Solkin. And that will be the end of the game here in Tallinn. And what a game we've had.
A battle for the full 40 minutes. It's what we thought we were going to get, and it didn't disappoint. Final score here is Estonia 69, Israel 79. What a wonderful game we have been given here. Coach Goods, smile on his face now. Took 39 minutes to get to that smile, over 39 minutes to get to that smile, to be fair. But he's enjoyed that, and he knows that his team are now in the driving seat within Group D here in the Europe region of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2023 qualifiers. They'll leave the first window with a perfect record. There's your statistics for you. Both teams shooting relatively similar percentages. Israel slightly better from outside, also getting to the free throw line more often. Telling stat for me there, though, is clearly the rebounding battle being dominated by Israel. The power of the front court from Israel was too much. They were